NENOMATICA, where mathematics meets YouTube excellence. Welcome! In this lesson, we'll simplify 3 rational expressions step by step using factoring. Pause anytime and try to predict the next step. Example: our first problem is the fraction open parenthesis a to the 6th minus b to the 6th close parenthesis over open parenthesis a plus b close parenthesis times open parenthesis a cubed minus b cubed close parenthesis. We start by factoring the numerator using difference of powers. Now cancel the common factor a cubed minus b cubed from numerator and denominator. Next, use the sum of cubes formula to factor a cubed plus b cubed. Cancel a plus b, and write the final simplified result. Quick challenge: could you have predicted each factoring step before it appeared? If not, pause and review the rules on the screen. Example: the second problem is open parenthesis c squared minus a squared minus b squared minus 2ab close parenthesis over a plus b plus c. Let's group the a and b terms into a perfect square. Now use difference of squares to factor the numerator. Cancel c plus a plus b with a plus b plus c and write the simplified result. Pause and say out loud which rule you used at each step. That simple habit builds strong intuition. Example: the third problem is open parenthesis x to the 4th minus 9x squared close parenthesis over open parenthesis x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 6x squared close parenthesis. Start by factoring the numerator and the denominator. Rewrite the fraction with all factors visible, then cancel x squared and x minus 3. Great work! The key moves were: example, we start with a rational expression and simplify by grouping. Step 1. Group terms that share a common factor. Group xy plus 7y and 5x plus 35. Step 2. Factor each group. Take out y from the first group and 5 from the second group. Step 3. Now both terms have the common binomial x plus 7. Factor it out. Step 4. Cancel the common factor y plus 5 in numerator and denominator, valid when y is not equal to -5. The simplified result is x plus 7. Great! Now for our second expression, we will apply the difference of squares, then factor and cancel carefully. Example: simplify the following expression. Step 1. Recognize a difference of squares in the numerator. U squared minus v squared equals the product of u minus v and u plus v. Step 2. Simplify each bracket. The first bracket becomes 2b squared minus 2c squared. The second bracket becomes 2a squared. Step 3. Multiply the numerator to get 4a squared b squared minus 4a squared c squared. Step 4. Factor the numerator and the denominator. In the numerator, factor out 4a squared to get 4a squared times b squared minus c squared. In the denominator, factor out 4ab to get 4ab times b minus c. Step 5. Notice b squared minus c squared is a difference of squares. That factors into b minus c times b plus c. Step 6. Cancel the common factors 4a and b minus c, taking care that b is not 0 and b is not equal to c. The simplified result is a over b times the quantity b plus c. Please note the purple example label and the bold orange problem statement below it. Factor components. Rule: we use perfect, square, trinomials, difference of squares, and grouping. The trinomial a to the 8 plus 2a to the 4x squared plus x to the 4 factors as left parenthesis, a to the 4 plus x squared right parenthesis squared. The binomial a to the 4 minus x squared factors as left parenthesis a squared minus x right parenthesis times left parenthesis a squared plus x right parenthesis. The 4-term expression in the denominator groups to left parenthesis a squared minus x right parenthesis times left parenthesis a to the 4 plus x squared right parenthesis. Substitute factored forms into the fraction. Rule: replace components with equivalent factorizations. The numerator becomes left parenthesis a to the 4 plus x squared right parenthesis squared times left parenthesis a squared minus x right parenthesis times left parenthesis a squared plus x right parenthesis, and the denominator becomes left parenthesis a squared plus x right parenthesis times left parenthesis a squared minus x right parenthesis times left parenthesis a to the 4 plus x squared right parenthesis. Cancel common factors. Rule: If a common non-zero factor appears in numerator and denominator, cancel it. The factors a squared plus x, a squared minus x, and one copy of a to the 4 plus x squared cancel, leaving a to the 4 plus x squared. Here is our example. We will go step by step, using difference of squares and factoring patterns you already know. Quick challenge. Which identity helps you rewrite the denominator as a product without expanding everything? Step 1. Use the difference of squares on the denominator. The pattern says, a squared minus b squared equals parentheses a minus b times a plus b. Apply it with a equals xy plus 1, and b equals x plus y. Step 2. Factor the numerator completely. Each part is a difference of squares x squared minus 1 equals x minus 1 times x plus 1, and y squared minus 1 equals y minus 1 times y plus 1. Now apply it and highlight the change in the numerator. Step 3. Recognize each bracket in the denominator as a product of two binomials. First, x y plus 1 minus x minus y equals x. Step 4. Substitute these factor forms back into the denominator. Now, the fraction has identical factors in numerator and denominator, so we can cancel common factors, keeping in mind restrictions where those factors are not zero. Step 5. State the simplified value and restrictions. The expression simplifies to 1. Here is the given expression. Step 1. Factor the numerator. We start with 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. Group the terms as 2x squared minus 10x minus x plus 5. Factor each group. 2x times x minus 5 minus 1 times x minus 5. Now factor out the common factor x minus 5. The numerator becomes left parenthesis x minus 5 right parenthesis times left parenthesis 2x minus 1 right parenthesis. Step 2. Factor the denominator. We start with 6x squared plus 5x minus 4. First, factor out 1/6 to make grouping easier. Rewrite the quadratic inside. Left parenthesis 6x right parenthesis squared plus 5 times left parenthesis 6x right parenthesis minus 24. Express the middle term as negative 3 plus 8 times 6x. Factor by grouping to get 1/6 times left parenthesis 6x minus 3 right parenthesis times left parenthesis 6x plus 8 right parenthesis. Now simplify the constants. 6x minus 3 is 3 times left parenthesis 2x minus 1 right parenthesis, and 6x plus 8 is 2 times left parenthesis 3x plus 4 right parenthesis. So 1/6 times 3 times 2 becomes 1. The denominator factors to left parenthesis 2x minus 1 right parenthesis left parenthesis 3x plus 4 right parenthesis. Step 3. Write the simplified fraction and cancel the common factor. Substitute the factored forms into the fraction. The factor 2x minus 1 appears in both the numerator and the denominator, so it cancels. We are left with x minus 5 over 3x plus 4. This is our simplified answer. We start by showing the problem statement in bold orange, exactly as in the source content. Step 1. Grouping and factoring common terms. We group the numerator as a to the 6 plus a to the 4 plus a squared plus 1. Likewise, the denominator groups as a cubed plus a squared plus a plus 1. Step 2. Factor out common powers of a. We factor out a to the 4th in the numerator's first group and a squared in the denominator's first group. Step 3. Factor out common binomials. We factor out a squared plus 1 in the numerator and a plus 1 in the denominator, yielding matching factors. Step 4. Cancel common factors. Cancel a squared plus 1 from numerator and denominator to obtain the simplified result. Now, example 2. We again display the problem in bold orange, then apply difference of squares and cubes factorization, followed by cancellation. Step 1. Factor difference of squares in the numerator and factor sum and difference of cubes in the denominator, exactly as shown. Step 2. Cancel common factors. This reduces to 1 divided by the product of a minus b and a plus b, which then equals 1 over a squared minus b squared. Finally, example 3. We will group, factor a common binomial, and then cancel. Step 1. Group and factor common factors. We factor out 5a squared from the first two terms and negative 3b from the last two terms, and also factor the denominator as the product of a squared plus 1 and a squared plus 2. Step 2. Factor out the common binomial a squared plus 1 in the numerator. Step 3. Cancel the common factor a squared plus 1 from numerator and denominator to get the final simplified form. Problem 1. We start with the fraction 2a to the fourth plus 7 a squared plus 6 over 3a to the fourth plus 3 a squared minus 6. Step 1. Group terms in the numerator and in the denominator. Step 2. Factor each group. Step 3. Factor out the common binomial. Now, cancel the common factor a squared plus 2 and write the simplified result. Problem 2. Here is the fraction. A to the fourth plus a squared b squared plus b to the fourth over a to the sixth minus b to the sixth. Step 1. Factor the denominator as a difference of squares into a squared minus b squared times a to the fourth plus a squared b squared plus b to the fourth. Now cancel the matching common factor and write the simplified result. Problem 3. Start with a to the fourth minus a squared minus 12 over a to the fourth plus 8 a squared plus 15. Step 1. Factor the numerator and the denominator as quadratics in a squared. Now cancel the common factor a squared plus 3 and write the simplified result. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more math lessons. NENOMATICA, where mathematics meets YouTube excellence.